is less than 10 hours till I go to a convention. It is currently like 2:12 in the morning. Update, your girl's a whole mother now. Let's just say her cosplays aren't fitting anymore. The thing's a thinging, okay? I'm going to try and fix my old Hinata outfit. My husband will be Itachi, and y'all, my son, who's now 6 months by the way, he's gonna be Kurama. So I have a Kurama little onesie. Had it. I was like, oh shoot, I have these cosplays ready. Let's just match the baby. But I was like, me being extra, let's make 9 tails for him. Let's just do it. Fuck it. So I did a quick sketch of what my plan is. So we're gonna have it attached with a belt. I might have some foam somewhere. Trying to do everything quick and easy, so it might be some glue, it might be some adhesive, whatever I can find. So we'll do that in 52 centimeters. That's around my child's waist. I drew out a sketch that I think the shape would be nice. I think we're going to do 30 centimeters that I go right above his head. I'll do a wire of 32 so it can bend in different ways. And then we'll attach it together and to the back of the belt. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. Orange fabric to close enough to try and match it. I was trying not to buy anything. I was trying to use everything that I can in my craft corner that I already have. So this might be a little bit janky. This is my pattern for my tail. So I'm gonna cut this, and I am going to cut about 18 of these. So I cut out a band piece that was 32 centimeters by 3 centimeters long. So what we're gonna do is only cut one piece of the belt. We're gonna put the edge on a fold here, so we won't have to sew 2 sides. We're just gonna sew one. So we're gonna have a little seam allowance at the end and a little seam allowance on here, and try and line it up the pattern on the fold. So I traced out 4 tails with a seam allowance. It's on doubled fabric right here, so this will be 1 tail. So all in all, this is 4 tails. I'm cutting out 8 pieces, but then I'm going to double the fabric over one more time. So I would hopefully be cutting 8 pieces at once with my rotary tool on a cutting mat. And then I'll just do another tail to make the 9. So I sewed the long end of the piece and then sewed a ribbon on the end for stability, and I'm turning it inside out. Just cut it off. Oh, just a little bit, and this is how the other end looks. I cannot find the plug to my sewing machine. I dug everywhere, so what we're going to be using, gonna be using heat bond, ultra hold tape, iron, tape down around the corners, and then place this on top, and then iron that on there. I got wax paper to fold over to iron 2 pieces together, so it'll end up looking like this together. A little space in the middle, we'll put some filler in there, but the edges are together, and I almost ran out. But the ends are heat bond together. There should be this gap in the center. I'm gonna cut a hole towards the end and stick a pipe cleaner through it, a wired pipe cleaner. That'll give it stability as well and movement. So this is how all 9 will look. The pipe cleaner's in the middle, so just a little small hole to fit it in. That's it. I'm gonna use polyfill stuffing to fill it up with. I used the stick that it came with and just stick it through the hole. You don't really need that much. I'm going to push the pipe cleaner to the edge, 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom, and 1 in the middle. So it should look like that, separated. And you can bend it now. As you can see, it'll stay. So I started lining up the tails like how I want it. I folded the edge against each other and I just hot glue it together so it'll lay perfectly and stay the way I want it. And this is how it looked. Like I said, I glued to where I wanted it to be. Just a little dot, that's all. On the back, I glue all the pipe cleaners together and put a big wad on the end just to protect my baby's back. And this is how it'll look. All done. So I just fold the pipe cleaner over and sew it down onto the cushion. I had some Velcro lying around, so I'm going to just stick it to the separate ends, and this is how it'll be attached. This is the self-adhesive one, Velcro. I do have the sewing piece, but like I said, it was in the middle of the night, and I really needed to do this fast, so I just used a random piece of foam just to make it soft for my baby's back. I colored the edges of each tail with a red and black color pencil just for definition. I slipped the belt through the foam piece, and there you have it. So you can bend the tails. Now don't come for me for the color pencils. Look, I needed something quick, and I really needed some sleep. And that's it, my usual last minute con crunch idea that I generally regret once I'm halfway through. So this is always a reoccurrence.